Test, test. Test, test, test. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Hello, hello. Welcome, chat. Welcome, chat. What's up, chat? Welcome to the stream. What's up, chat? Welcome to the stream. Today is day 49 of trading on Top Step Futures, trading NASDAQ, live trading. What is up, chat? Welcome to day 40. What is up, chat? Welcome to day 49 of trading NASDAQ live futures. Ooh, why is it always going quiet? One second. Okay, better. Test, test. Yes, hello, hello. Okay, what is up, chat? Welcome to day 49 of trading NASDAQ live futures. What is up, chat? Welcome to day 49 of trading futures. We're trading NASDAQ. We're trading. What is up, chat? What is up, chat? Welcome to day 49 of live trading. What is up, chat? Welcome to day 49 of live trading NASDAQ futures. Today, got a treat for you. Good news and bad news. Bad news is yesterday I friggin' blew 4 of my 5 50k funded accounts, leaving me with only one 50k funded account on Top Step. It's a shame. I crashed out, didn't follow my risk management at all properly. Only one of my accounts had been locked out correctly due to my risk management, according to my risk management protocol. So the treat for you today is I am going to be trading 550k trading combines and growing these until they pass for XFAs. So let's crack on. What do we have today? So as we can see, overall, it's currently on the 4 hour. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. Let's see what's going on, chat. Currently, price has been bullish for the past, how many days and weeks at this point. We are hitting and we are approaching this sort of protected high now. As you can see, this high has been respected twice, and this internal protected low has been respected almost 3 times as well on the 4 hour. If I was to show you what it looks like on the 15 minute, if we have a quick look, as you can see here, let's have a look. Price has been respected here and here on the 15 minute, and then multiple times 1, 2, and 3 here. What does it say for us? Well, what it says is, if I just sort of eliminate a lot of this noise here, chat, apologies for that. It says that we've got a weak high. We have this leg here, this high, or even this high. Either these highs made this push down, was unable to break through this protected low, and currently now there's been an internal change of character on the lower time frame, and price is now heading up. And so what can we expect? Well, as we sort of watch price do its thing, okay, and at the Asia Open this Monday morning, we have a massive gap down, and in this gap down, price over here, massive gap down on the Asia session Monday morning, massive gap. Price didn't close it throughout the entire Asia. Even in the only in the beginning of the New York Stock Exchange Open or the US session did price close that gap. So what we have now is price obviously creating a massive break of structure to the long side. So what we have here, break of structure, plain and simple. Okay, it looks like Top Step is a little bit laggy today, which is all right. Anyways, we have a break of structure here. I'm just gonna go back to the 3 minute just to get a bit of a clearer picture, see what's going on. Also, chat, let me know if if things aren't working correctly. I'll have a look at that. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, we've got this breaker structure. We have a sort of high here that we can look at. Keeping in mind that is our now protected high for 3 minutes, and our, I guess we can say in this sort of scenario here, this would be the protected high in this sort of area. This will be the most relevant protected low. As you can see from here, from this low, price steadily made its way up and made the breaker structure. So what do we have? There's a couple of ways to look at this. So obviously we want to take a lower time frame pro trend continuation. So that is a possibility here. I'll sort of want to look for an entry like this. Okay. And the reason why is externally in the higher time frame, in this case the 15-minute, we still have all of this room to go. Okay, we still have all this room to go. If we just look at this high and this low, this black protected low, and this protected high up here, we have a few areas for price to come sweep, which is this circle here. Price can head slowly now towards this protected high, or it can go towards the next protected high, or it can go make a new all-time high. Okay, one thing that we have to keep in mind though as well is, even though price did respect this protected low, it has been making lower and lower protected highs. Okay, or the highs here have been lower and lower, so that's obviously going to sort of make like this trend line, or this sort of, we can even call it inducement at this point. As you can see, there's a lot of liquidity here in these circles, so price could either one sweep it all and head for make a new all-time high. That's the way I see it, or alternatively price can just continue down, respect this, and then make lower lows. That's something we've got to keep an eye out for. So that is what we're looking at today. Realistically, the options for a trade would be, as you can see on the 15-minute, there has been this sort of internal change of character on the lower time frame. Okay, so price was initially bearish, but now at this point here, it sort of broke the internal protected high, making a new high. So it is kind of bullish at the moment on this little small section here. So this is bullish. Okay, however, as you can see, this trend line heading down is giving us a bearish sign. So what are our options? From me, I'm looking at a potentially protected low time frame protected structure continuation, because I can't really anticipate or predict a short at these ambiguous protected highs that it's sort of forming here. It's not really my strategy, not my game plan as well. So yeah, I am going to be taking a small trade, risking 300 to make 350 on the 50k funded. Okay, and then on the challenges today, chat, I'm actually going to be a little bit more risky, because they are challenges. I don't want to spend weeks and weeks and months focusing on trying to pass these challenges. So that is what I'm going to do for the challenges, and the combine the XFA, I'll trade that individually. Okay, it looks like chat, it looks like price is sort of, the things are going a bit slow. Okay, now we've gotten price is entering our protected low at the moment. So if we have a quick look and see what's going on here. Oh no, what is this? What's going on here? I don't like that. Okay, so price is coming. Oh, it is coming, and it is breaking through our protected low. Okay, that's not a strong signal for our lower time frame pro trend continuation, but let's just have a look anyways, chat, because it might give us an opportunity here if things fare out pretty well. Okay, looks like we've got 14 seconds left on the 1 minute. I'm going to enter. If I do enter in, it'll be about a 5, I believe. Looks like it's respecting. I'm gonna wait for candle confirmation. Let's see what the 3 minute is saying. Past few days, honestly, chat, I have been missing a few good trades due to waiting for confirmation. So I'm going to try and maybe consider entering this on a little bit early today. Okay, I'm going to enter here. Small trade there, covering that protected low, and on the combines, I'm going to be entering about maybe a 30 contract right there. Oh, something like that to target something a little bit more promising, something like that. So that is a potential trade today. It looks like it's it was my mistake, I didn't wait for the confirmation. It looks like it might close out early here today, chat. Yeah, it's not going our way here, chat. Yep. Looks like it's going to breeze past through it. So probably I jumped the gun too early in this one. I might have been too ambitious, definitely. So that is the first trade of this account on the XFA. Lost there. You know, there might be a potential for another long opportunity, depending on what the candles are going to give us. 2.5 minutes left on this candle, so you know, price can really just even come down to here before continuing up. I'm gonna take another trade in here, chat. I'm gonna reduce my position a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna be risking only like what, 80, something like that. Okay, and on this one I'm gonna be doing the same thing, but in this time I'm gonna risk about 50. Okay, and then I'm going to stretch everything out before it weeks me out. Cool. So those are my two trades there. I'm gonna just stretch my stop loss a bit, give me a bit more breathing room there, and on this XFA stretch my stop loss. I can't really stretch it out, but yeah, that will be that. Two trades for today. I might lose it honestly quite early, but it looks like it is sort of respecting at the moment. It could continue coming down, which is completely fair as well. So for the time being, I'm just going to quickly monitor this trade. Okay, top step is a bit laggy today. Okay, 1 minute has formed the closure of the candle. It's a bullish candle, which is hopefully a good sign for us, but I'm going to quickly adjust some things here. Okay, that is bearish AF. I'm just going to keep the risk the same because I've already lost one. I can't really increase anywhere here. On the XFA, might be about a loss. Look, in the end, this is a pretty decent pro trend continuation on the 1 to 3 minute chat. Okay, so on the 1 to 3 minutes, pretty valid. On the combines, you know, we are looking at potentially a take profit or something like that. This will get us on the combines. This will get us to the first 50% of the profit target. Okay. This will get us to the first 50% of the profit target. And on the XFA, you know, it will get us in the green for the day. We'll pass out, if it hits TP here, we'll pass out $200 profit for today. And yeah, I might actually even look at extending my profit target all the way up here, because as I was reviewing some of my data, okay guys, I'm gonna move this trade just to, on the combine, just to a little bit below the entry point. Actually, now I'm just gonna move it to break even. Okay, because from what I can see, it looks like it is just going to, right, top step is being a bit slow today. It looks like it is going to potentially give us the TP here. I might take some position off and expand my TP just to be safe. Okay. So what I need, only 4. I need that much. I don't need that much to pass these combines. I mean, get 50%. Okay, good, great trade. We're doing pretty well. It looks like we're nice and up on this account, on this trade here. First one, I always fall for this issue, chat. I always fall for this issue. The first trade, I always seem to have too tight of a stop loss, and it closes me out, and then I get in, and that's the winning trade. Happens all the time, chat. So I don't know, I need to improve that. So something that I need to review later. But anyways, back to the trade. We've moved this this trade here to break even at the moment. Okay. And what I've realized in my data, I'm not gonna lie, some of the learnings that I took away was if I have 6 or more alignments in a bias, for example, if the daily external and internal, the 4-hour external and internal, the 15-minute external and internal, the 3-minute internal and external, if at least 6 of those are one way, then I have to adjust my take profit targets to the actual opposite point of interest, which is in this case this point here, because I noticed in my data tracking that I always move my take profits early, and every time I have those many alignments, the price seems to go to those take profits. Okay, so awesome. Look at that, chat. In 2 trades on my 150k combines, 5 of my 150k combines in 2 trades, 1 loss here and 1 win here. I'm just going to move it here. I think it's like there. I've gotten 50% of the way done for these combines. Okay, so that's a W trade. I actually might look at trying to initiate a straight up loss on that, so I can reduce the amount of money needed to make on the next in order to pass the account, because there's a 50% consistency rule. But you know what? I'll just leave it as is, and I'm going to lock myself out. So there it is in 2 trades. 20 minutes after the New York Stock Exchange opened, my 150k combines are now halfway to being passed. I'm going to lock myself out and make sure that I don't overtrade or do anything to blow that for the time being. And I'm still live in my 50k funded account now as well. So I'm still alive into a trade here. First loss was $217. Second one, I'm up 400 at the moment, about to potentially hit TP. So yeah, that is good. So we're just going to keep watching this one, chat. Honestly, you could keep going more higher, realistically speaking, but I'll quickly monitor. I'll closely monitor this trade. I'm going to slowly trail my stop losses a little bit as I am sort of playing around and doing other things at the time being. But yeah, there it is, chat. That's the first trades on the 150k combines. I'm going to lock myself out now. As you can see, there's one at 4,635. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. And then there's 5. Okay, fantastic. And yeah, now I just have my 50k combine left to trade live. The 50k express funded, sorry, to monitor. I might actually get in a few more lots here if price gives me a better entry, because generally maybe even might even wait a little bit more. Might just get a few more micros in to potentially improve my return here. I'm not worried about this. I actually do want price to come a bit lower, to be honest, so I can get better entries. But yeah, I'm quite confident that it's going to. Okay, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. So I'm in for this trade for 6 micros, and I might take profit point on this trade will be about $1,000. Okay, so there you go. That was good. That was good. Scale in a few micros as prices hopefully continuing up. We'll see if this 1 minute candle closes bullish or bearish. Currently it is bullish, which is good. We'll see the last minute. Okay, that's good. Bullish is a good sign. Yep, we are still cracking on, chat. This is hopefully good. Hopefully the stream is going well. Yesterday I had a few issues with the stream. It wasn't doing too great. There was a moment where it was just lagging and sort of stopping itself out, so that wasn't too great. Now, what the heck is that line? Get that out of the way. Okay. Let's save chat. All right, let's see what's going on with this trade. And one thing that I have realized that could help my trading is that when getting a bit anxious on low time frame whilst watching the trade itself, I advise that myself that it might be a good idea to just go on the higher time frame. So in this case, I am going to the higher time frame here, and I'm going to potentially look at taking profit at this, maybe somewhere a little bit closer, because you know we've got this trend line inducement forming. So price could easily hit this protected high and then reverse down. That's a possibility. Alternatively, the other possibility is this could be the leg that sweeps all of the inducement and then goes all the way to that protected high. So that's another alternative to the trade at the moment. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it in the 5 minute sort of candle. Might be the best one to avoid myself, you know, wigging myself out. Ooh, this is looking bearish. I'll keep a conservative TP there. Okay, I'm gonna keep it here for the time being and just monitor this 1 minute candle at the moment. We'll see how it goes. There's been so many times when I've been faked out. Almost day 50. Yes, vamos, Jaden, vamos. Welcome to the stream, Jaden. I don't know if you can see, but before you joined, I actually passed 5 of my 150k combines in 2 trades. So in this, in 2 simple trades, one was 45 seconds. I lost that pretty quickly. The second one was 2 minutes. I made 3% of the account, so 4.6 across 5 accounts. I just need one more. I just need to make another 3%, which is 4.5k, to pass these as funded. For now, I just got the 50k funded account, which is a little bit in the red, but it is fine. At the moment, we are in this trade live still. There's 2 seconds left on this candle closure. I am looking at potentially, might even consider closing this early as it's making some bit of bearish movement, but yeah, for the time being, I'll just continue holding it out. It's a pretty valid trade, and my data says that these kinds of trades tend to hit full extension of the opposite point of interest, which would be this protected high. Only caveat is in this trade, I did scale in a few times. I scaled in a few times, and it averaged out my average buying areas up here versus when it was initially bought down here. So in order to prevent or like sort of avert some risk, I had moved my stop loss up here, which means that if I haven't scaled in, I'd still be fine until it comes down here, but it is what it is. It is sort of reversing. I'm not liking it, but look, I'm still in. It's coming down. There's about a minute 40 left on this candle. On the 15 minute, it is kind of, what is this showing us? It's kind of rangy. Kind of rangy, isn't it? Okay, on the 30 minutes, it's a bit better. That's sort of a bullish candle closure, massive wick on the bottom. You know what? I'm actually going to enter in a little bit more, just 2 micros. I made 1 micro just then and there before this 30-minute candle closes. Now, at this 30-minute candle closure, it's going to be the start of the 1 hour candle, which there's a lot of, I mean, I feel like this is a bullish sign. There's 1 minute left on this candle closure. If the price comes down here, it'll wick me out, which would be a shame. But I do have a feeling that it will continue going up. And if it does go up, it could really come all the way up here. So, which would be okay. Yeah, that's what it is, chat. How's the stream? Is it fine? Looks like we've got 1 viewer on Twitch and 1 viewer on YouTube. Shout out to Jados. Thanks for watching the stream so far. And then shout out to whoever's tuning in on Twitch. Shout out to you. 30 seconds left on this 1 hour candle closure. Expect some volatility. Usually happens at the 1 hour candle closure and stuff like that. So we shall see where it goes from here. It'll either wick me out for a $40 loss, which is fine, or I'm assuming that for the rest of the candle, the next 1 hour, it'll probably hit my take profit. Hopefully. Can't really trust these market conditions. It's been quite choppy. As you can tell. Okay, here we go. Candle closure on the 1 hour. Volume has picked up a bit. It looks like it is heading it's sort of figuring out where it wants to go. Okay, alright, good. Bullish signs. Hopefully it can push through. I don't want this sort of trend line to be a barrier. Hopefully it breaks through. If not, if it doesn't break through, it's definitely going to come hit my my stop loss. So in that case, might even consider, you know, closing my trade out if it goes below than this, because at least I'll book in some profit. Yeah, look, I'm gonna move my take profit down to here. If it comes down here, it'll take me out for $143 profit. If not, it's gonna hopefully head over higher. Looks like it's gonna come down based off the candle activity here, which is fine. Yeah, looks like it might close down. I'll actually close this one out early, chat. I'm gonna take that one there, and I've just closed that one out. Look, we had a few. Could have taken profit a bit earlier up here, but based off the price action, it is quite indecisive. And generally on the 1 hour, although I feel like this is a bullish candle, we do need to make a lower retracement before heading up sometimes. So that could be what's holding us back. Oh, of course. The second I close the candle, it starts going up. Exit the trade. Look, I'm still positive for the day. $26. I can look at maybe one more trade if it presents itself, but for the time being, that was an okay trade. I did make about $200 and something on that trade after losing $200 something on the first trade. So we are net even for the day so far on this funded account. Bit of indecision from the markets. We don't really know where it's going. But yeah, honestly, on the 15-minute, I think it's quite bullish still. Yeah, I think it's quite bullish still. There's still room for it to go head up. So yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, we'll keep an eye out on the charts as it's still moving. But for the time being, I'm going to relax a bit. Maybe play some Lies of P, chat. Y'all know the drill. And on the other camera, you guys can always, as usual, listen to Top Step TV. Man, look at it. Second I close out, the next minute, of course, is going to start going up. You hate to see it. Look at that. Oh, well. Tis what tis. Yeah, look. Oh, man. Even on the 30 minutes, it is kind of still bullish. Look at that. Oh, well. We'll leave it. We won't FOMO. We'll just wait to see what happens. We'll wait for another good trade and see what I can do there. But so far, 2 trades of the day. I'm just going to quickly journal or add at least those trades into the journal. And yeah, that'll be today's trades. I think it was before 11. Yep. That was also before midnight as well. Okay. Y'all know the drill chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. You know the drill, Jay, and W's in the chat. What the? No, I'm here. I'm here. There's a bot. W's in the shot. Okay, Jay. I don't know what 40 is. Thank you. W's in the chat. W, yes. Okay, tell me if this comes up onto the thing. W, Jaden. Oh, wait, it disappeared. Wait, can you see what I said? Yeah? Okay. Nice, nice. Damn. What are you guys doing? Alright, chat. Well, I took the really quick counter trend scalp there after hitting the protected high and rejecting off of it. Look, I could have really held this one long if I wanted to somewhere maybe like bottom here, but realistically speaking, everything's bullish. I don't want to take something massive. I just really wanted to take a trade that would put me in $200 profit for the day, and I've done that and I've locked myself out. So that is it. That's day 49.